Alright, had to go in the house get some more water. It's hot out here today. Okay, we just got this bearing out. We're going to use this bearing to drive the old one back in. Kept this one as well to do the same thing. We'll just wipe them down and clean them up a little bit. So we need to get this case cleaned up a little bit. It's just a little dirty on the inside. And then if you look right here, see how this sill sits almost off in there? It's just a little bit below the surface. We're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to take this sill out. Turn it like that. And I just have a little Harbor Freight sill installer, and we're just going to use it to knock this sill out. Little gator spring is what I call them, or internal spring, and then there's our sill. Throw it over here. Actually, we're not going to use that again. We'll just toss it somewhere. Put it up here for now. Alright, so pretty much we're to the point where we can start cleaning this transmission housing or casing up. I'm not going to sit here and spend all day doing it. I'm just going to spray it down with a little bit of double D40. I don't really want to use brake clean off inside of this case, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to shove some paper towels under there. Double D40 is a really good cleaner. Now the top part of the case has a bunch of metal in it still from the RSX shift selector. So when we get to that point where we're going to put the case back on, or the top part of the case back on, we will have to clean that one really well. But for now, we're just wiping this one out. If you had a parts washer, you could throw it in there. I don't have one, so it's basically anybody that's on a budget trying to put a K-series transmission back together, you can do this exact same thing. Has just a little bit of pitting down here where that sill sits. Not really worried about it, to be honest with you. The fluid I have for this thing is pretty expensive. It's from Tallpines Racing. Actually, the full rebuild kit that you'll see me putting together is all from Tallpines Racing. Jason over there is awesome. Hit him up for any of your transmission needs. You can call him too. He'll definitely take care of you. But you can order everything off the website and it'll get to you no problem. Worked with them a bunch in the past on getting B-series transmission parts. Great service then, and same thing now with all the K-series stuff. They sell a lot more than just your basic synchronizers and whatnot. They sell all your gear sets. Heck, he probably has enough to build you a transmission if you really wanted him to. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, that Honda Bond's going to take care of any of the imperfections. I'm just trying to knock off a little bit of the Honda Bond and any of the big stuff that was left on there. Best time to clean this is right now, so when all the gears and bearings are back in it. Doesn't get any of the sandpaper material back off in there. You can hit this with a wire wheel, one of those flappy discs, or whatever they're called, whiz wheel, whatever you really want to get it off here. Watching a video the other day of a guy rebuilding a K20z3 transmission like this one, and he had a massive stainless steel table, or welding table he was working off of, and he had everything already laid out. And the video was a pretty good video, I'm not gonna lie. Like, he did a great job, very informative. The only problem was, I don't know if he had like a GoPro mounted on his chest or what it was, but after about 15 minutes of watching the video, I just couldn't watch it anymore. It made my head hurt. So I didn't get to finish watching that video, which I try to watch all the videos to completion on there because it helps out a fellow YouTuber. I just couldn't do it. What I was getting at is the only part of his video besides the camera that I didn't like was he already had the transmission completely stripped down. Everything was already cleaned, measured, like everything was ready to go. And I think that kind of skips some of the important parts. Like, how about somebody's never, taken one apart before or cleaned it? They don't know exactly how to get it apart, and how to clean it, and this, that, and the other. So I really wanted to just capture every single bit of it. I know it makes the videos longer, and people will lose interest and not watch them. But also, there's a skip button for a reason, so you can skip around in the video. But if this video just helps one person, then I'm alright with it. And I do have one request for anybody putting one of these transmissions back together, or any part on a Honda that requires RTV. Don't use red. Don't use the high temp red. Whatever you do. It's really ugly. And just get some Honda Bond high temp, or even use Permatex, the ultra gray. Just don't use the red. Because if I'm going to go buy a part and it's used, it's like if I was going to go buy this transmission and I got over there and somebody had sealed the case up with red high temp RTV, I wouldn't have bought it. The Honda Bond's a little bit more expensive, so I understand not wanting to buy it. But with the price of Permatex and all your other different brands, Right Stuff and whatnot, it's around the same price. A couple dollars higher, so just grab Honda Bond or grab Ultra Gray. Don't use the red stuff because it just kind of makes you, I don't know. I used that when I first started, and a lot of people will make fun of you for using it, and it's not really the best, to be honest with you. I mean, heck, my first valve cover I put on a Honda, I used blue for a water pump. My brother gave me so much crap about that, it was unreal. All right, so we have it all pretty clean. I'm gonna wipe out this bottom piece one more time. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this bearing in first, this one, because I want to heat this case up to let that bearing go in. And this is where it gets important to me. Or I think it's important. It might not be. So I'll show every bit of this when I do it. I don't know which bearing's which, so I'm going to have to find it real quick. Alright. So this is your part number right here for your center bearing. And something that you might want to pay attention to that I didn't, but I might have to stop and look back on the video real quick. All these bearings, make sure to put them back in the same way they came out. Like the writing up on this one, make sure it goes back in the exact same way. I know this one because I knocked it down with my chisel, so it goes right back in the same way. This is a factory Honda bearing, it's identical. So we're going to take this bearing, set it off in this manual transmission fluid over here from Tallpines Racing. It's some really good thick stuff and it's very tacky. So what we're going to do now is, while that's soaking, don't forget to put this back in. We're gonna bust out that heat gun. And the reason I'm doing this first is because we're going to use the case as a holder to rebuild each one of the shafts. And to be honest with you, I know it's funny, I couldn't tell you which one's the main shaft and the counter shaft. I haven't looked it up and honestly don't know. I know that's bad to say, I mean, probably a 5-second Google search, but I'm going to take that old bearing, set back on the top of it. I was hoping I could just do that, but nope. It doesn't really go back off in there, so let's give it some taps like this. All right. She should be sitting back off in there nice and flush now. I'm gonna give it a few more taps just to be on the safe side. Alright, now if you get that back off in there, this plate goes back off in there like this. Cleaning everything on the inside of this transmission with double D40. The reason being is because I don't know how long it's going to be before I get fluid in it. And double D40 puts a nice little coating on it to keep it from rusting. That doesn't go like that. It can only go like that. There we go. I don't know what foot pounds these are supposed to be tightened to, but they were really tight when I took them out. little head of Loctite. Good and tight. Good and tight. That bearing still spins freely. Has a bunch of lube in there, so that's good. It's nice and sticky. Alright, so next we're going to put in this seal here. And it's for the input shaft. So we're going to put it in. Let me get in here and clean this up. It's a little dirty in there. And everything I'm installing is from Tallpines Racing. This seal right here is just going to pop off in that hole, just like this right there. As you can tell, dirty side was down. Gonna throw just a little lube on it. So when we put that input shaft in later. You can kind of get it started with your fingers off in there pretty well. And then you're going to have to tap it the rest of the way in. Hopefully the seal driver is not small enough. You can use a extension and a hammer and put it in the same exact way. I'm going to try to just use this with it spun around backwards. So now she's in. This was really dirty. We'll leave it for wiping off the gears later. Alright, she sits off in there nice and flush. Looks like she's all the way down, all the way around. Now, the next bearing we're going to put in is this one right here. And I don't remember which way it went in, if the writing was up or at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video go back through where we just pulled it out, and then I'll know which way it was.